So in today's video, we're going to be talking about everything you need to know about the second stimulus check for this week. Now, before I get started with this video, I just want to say I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Thank you to every single person who's dropped a like on this video, just watching these videos, or even dropped a comment down below. You guys are so freaking amazing, and I just want to say I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, every single one of you, and I love you guys. You guys are freaking crazy, so yeah, y'all are amazing. Thank you for that. Now let's start out with this video with some excellent news for this week. Hot off the press this morning, we actually saw Europe go ahead and pass their own version of the stimulus package. This was a heated debate that lasted for the past few days and ultimately led to the decision of people getting additional stimulus check money from the government.
We did it. We have reached a deal on the recovery package and the European budget, a marathon which ended in success for all 27 member states, but especially for the people. This is a good deal, this is a strong deal, this is the right deal for Europe right now.
So Brian, how is this good news for us? We don't live in Europe, you silly Asian boy. We're in the US. Why does this have to do with anything with this, eh?
When we take a look at other countries and we find that they're able to come to a common agreement, this means a couple good things for us. So number one, it creates pressure. The US has this expectation to be the best in the world, the best economy, the best country, the best in everything that they do. When we see other similar countries go ahead and pass additional stimulus package for their citizens, it creates additional pressure within our own government for them to pass their own version of that. Ultimately, this is going to be that second stimulus package known as the HEROES Act that we've been discussing for the past few weeks. I think it's incredible news when we see other countries go ahead and continue to support their people, hoping that the US also follows suit. They've pretty much declared to the world, yes, we are still in a pandemic. Yes, we still need to support our people. And yes, they are leading the forefront right now by passing additional stimulus. The question that I know a lot of people have is, how is Europe able to do things so continuous? Don't we all operate on the same monetary system? Europe works a little bit differently that I'm not going to go full details with in this video, but all you guys need to know is that because they have passed something very similar to this, they're going to create this expectation that leads the US to do something very similar that is going on right now up in Washington. So Brian, what's actually going on in DC? As of yesterday, most of our Senate Majority leaders and our House representatives went back after their long recess that they've had in order to renegotiate the terms for the HEROES Act, which is the next stimulus check package. Fun fact, most people probably don't care. I live like 20-30 minutes away from DC, so, maybe we can hit like some type of outrageous goal. If we get 100,000 likes on a video like this, I will literally go to DC. They probably won't let me in. They probably won't let me do much at all, but I'll do something fun. Maybe I'll get some B-roll. Maybe I'll film a stimulus check update video in front of the White House because it's not too far from me. Let's hit some outrageous goal. Maybe 100,000 likes. Is that possible? Probably not, but might as well give it a shot. Anyways, we're hearing some more relative news coming from our majority leaders. Here's a quote that we got. The top priority for this next stimulus package is going to be revolved around kids, jobs, and a vaccine. For the next stimulus package, it's safe to say there's going to be a lot of back and forth with regards to that detail, because if we look back on the first stimulus package, we know that they were actually under a lot more pressure, and the way the first stimulus package got passed is not similar to the way we're handling the second one at all. With the second stimulus package, they are really working out the details. They are really trying to budget things, and they are really trying to get both sides, from Republicans and Democrats, on things that they can agree on. I found this great quote online by an independent wealth manager named Josh Smith, and here's what he said. In the last stimulus, the US was in a borderline panic reaction mode. They knew something had to get out to the public, but didn't look as closely at each side's request as you'll see this time. The House proposed a bill that the Senate hasn't even considered, so both sides are going to be doing some hard negotiation in the next week to 10 days. There's also a much better understanding of the virus since the first stimulus. Look for this financial boost to be tightly targeted to specific groups and needs that are hurting the most. So I did a little bit more research to get a better idea of what Mr. Smith meant at the end of his article with regards to tightly targeting people who are struggling more. USA Today published an article stating Black, Latino, and poor people are less likely to get $1,200 stimulus checks. So diving into the content of this article, I actually found additional sources, one by the Tax Policy Center, that showed that there was indeed a huge disparity between people who weren't receiving their stimulus check money based off of income, race, ethnicity, and citizenship. So to all the people who said down below in the comments of my videos saying, I'm literally not getting my stimulus check because I'm poor. I'm not getting my stimulus check because I'm black. I'm not getting my stimulus check because I'm Latino. I'm not getting my stimulus check because I'm Asian. Whatever color, race you are, this study actually is proving some type of truth to those statements below. It's an issue that we've seen across the country between different markets and industries, but when it comes to stimulus checks, it's a little bit more surprising because it seems like this is just a form of money that the government needs to give out to their people. But even between stimulus checks, this is an issue that we're seeing between racism and ultimately discrimination across payments that people are supposed to receive. So why is this a thing? Why do people of a certain color or people who make less money receive their checks a little bit later on or don't even receive their checks at all compared to people who are well off or a different color? What this study actually shows is that people who are financially struggling often have a lack of sources. So whether it's a computer or a lack of knowledge within the circle of people that you're with, or maybe even having access to something like YouTube where you need a Wi-Fi or you need a cell phone or you need a tablet or a computer, what we're realizing now is that a lot of these people who needed the stimulus checks the most didn't have the most adequate resources in order for them to receive it on a timely manner. If this second round of stimulus check goes through, I just need to emphasize the government needs to put a better mandate. They need to do a better job in getting this to the people who need it the most. I know it's a lot to ask from our own government, and I know they haven't been doing the best job, but I'm always trying to be a little bit more optimistic about the way our federal government handles a lot of these things. I also do realize that there are many key players. In fact, it's not just one person just and people get the checks. It's a lot of strings that are being pulled, a lot of people, a lot of different workers, a lot of different industries, markets that all have to come together in order for this to be successful. So I do understand that there is a lot more that goes into it, and I will truly never understand exactly how much work actually goes into initiating something like this. But I'm always looking and reading and seeing the comments of these videos where people are talking about how it's unfair for them or they've been not seeing their full amount, and it really just breaks my heart. Now, aside from that, I wanted to talk more about the details with the next stimulus check and how much we should actually receive. So just to clarify, a lot of the rumors that people have, the $40,000 a year cap on the income that you can make, these things that most of us are hearing are still just proposals in the works, much similar to some of the things that we've heard in the past, like the $2,000 a month stimulus package, all the retroactive features, or even the stimulus debit cards that many of us were supposed to receive if something like that were to get passed. I know the $40,000 a year cap is a little confusing for some people, so just to make it very easy, if you make less than $40,000 a year, you would get the stimulus check. If you make anything above that, you will not get it. If you're married and you file joint on your tax returns and you have a full income of $80,000, if you make more than that, you would actually not qualify for the next stimulus check. If you make less than that, you would qualify. So that is what this means. I frankly do not agree with the $40,000 cap. As you guys know, the median income across the US is just around $50,000 depending on where you live. But when we put a $40,000 cap on these stimulus checks, this is based off the idea that people who are struggling are just making $40,000 or less. And everyone who makes $41,000 and up are under no impact at all from the pandemic. So it's a really unfair way to just marginalize the people in the US, thinking that people who make a little bit more money than 40 grand are not affected at all. So in my opinion, like anyone cares about my opinion, I don't agree with the $40,000 cap. If that does get passed, I feel like this would anger more people than anything. Now, let me know what you guys think down below. If you're watching this video up until this point, I just want to say thank you. You are absolutely amazing. If you're watching this video right now, what amazing people also do is they drop some likes on this video. So let's get this video to 100,000 likes. I wouldn't mind taking a field trip to DC for a day. 100,000 likes. I don't think it's going to happen, but why not? You know, crazy things happen every now and then. So thank you guys again for tuning by this video. Hopefully I was able to drop some knowledge in this video in order for you guys to learn something new. I hope you guys have a great day. Much love to everyone, and I hope I see you guys in the next video. Peace out.